What do the German film composer Peter Thomas and the martial arts icon Bruce Lee have in common? How exactly did it happen that it was Thomas who contributed the music for the very first film of the martial arts legend? These are questions expressed by many who have experienced this soundtrack. Thomas at the time, as far as music style is concerned, oscillated between Jerry Cotton and TV crime series, but the career of the martial artist was still in its very beginning. During these early days, the name Bruce Lee had not yet achieved the brilliance which it would later attain. Thus, the German distributor Cinerama was cautious enough when it bought the rights to Tang Chang Da Sheng from Hong Kong. Till then, nobody in Europe had ever heard of the leading actor. In order to attenuate the business risks, the distributor tried to subtly adapt the film to Western visual habits. This was done mainly through an altered soundtrack. This is the moment when Peter Thomas came into play. He had been commissioned by Cinerama to conceive the new soundtrack. The composer recollects, when the distributor heard the original soundtrack, he felt helpless and perplexed. In the original soundtrack, one could hear extremely unusual Oriental sounds for Western ears. Before starting work, Thomas wanted to ask the Chinese soundtrack composer for permission to affect his music. This contact had to be made through the Chinese embassy. After all the legal and moral formalities had been clarified, work could start. However, there was a very limited budget for the new soundtrack recording. Thus, the whole reformulated soundtrack consists of only half new compositions, while the other half was built of library cues. Thomas reminisces, not without pride, of his work on this martial arts film. I watched the film without the original soundtrack. This only could have disturbed me. Now my music can be heard worldwide with the exception of China. In the end, the film premiere took place in German cinemas in 1973 with the title Bruce Lee, Die Todesfaust des Cheng Li. It is striking the way in which Thomas successfully integrates his music into the Asian cinematic milieu. The snappy main theme alone, with its marvelous brass section, has something of the eternal in its very essence.